Long Beach, California, home to 470,000 people, differing in race by 46% white, 40% Hispanic or Latino, 29.4% white, not Hispanic or Latino, 13.5% African American, 12.9% Asian alone, 5.3% two or more races, 1.1% Native Hawaiian/Pacific Islander, and 0.7% American Indian/Alaskan. Long Beach is home to a variety of many races. What good will it do to deport them all back to their home country? Currently, there are temporary solutions that allow undocumented immigrants to stay in the United States provided they meet the requirements. The Act AB 540, passed in 2001, allows for alien minors to attend a UC or community college school as long as they graduated from an American high school. A more complex and recent act that unfortunately wasn't passed is the DREAM Act, an acronym for Development, Relief, and Education for Alien Minors. It allows for undocumented minors with good moral character to get an education up to a 2-year college degree or serve in the military in order to earn a temporary 6-year residency in the U.S.
There are many reasons people from all over the world choose to relocate to the United States. Celebrity Wilmer Valderrama, commonly known from That 70s Show, tells us why he immigrated from Venezuela to the United States.
It wasn't until I came to the United States that I allowed myself to dream bigger. It wasn't until I came to the United States where I allowed myself to think that I could be a part of something that changes the way I can view the world. Economical and political reasons and reasons that you can't really control. Our family at the time, we were struggling in Venezuela. And, like any family and sick of that American dream, my parents decided that it was time to sell everything we had and embark into the next chapter of our lives. And we came to the United States.
In order to fully understand how undocumented immigrants affect our economy, we interviewed Alan Lowenthal, a United States congressman, in his Long Beach office.
What effect do undocumented workers have in a big city like Long Beach?
One is that because they're not documented and because they do not have the protections, Social Security cards and other protections, and if they're being exploited, if they're working and they feel like they're not being, if their employers are not paying them, or they could not have the same protections that other people have because they are frightened that if they ever blow the whistle on someone, they're not going to be they're going to be deported or something. So that's one thing. They live in fear. They live in the shadows. The other thing in a big city, the other thing is they tend to take the jobs with the lowest pay and the ones that others don't want to take. And so, and they can't even question that because they're not, again, they live in fear. So there's a real danger that they could be treated very, very poorly. And they don't have the ability to, they contribute to the society, but they don't have the ability to vote, to make changes in the world that they live in. So I think for all these reasons, it's best that we bring these folks out of the darkness and hopefully say, well, we're going to protect our borders from now on. We're not going to have large enough, but we're going to, those people that are here, we're going to give them some kind of path to citizenship and ask them to vote and pay taxes, and that's what I think we should be doing.
What are the challenges Long Beach faces because of undocumented workers?
Long Beach loses, we have major educational institutions. I think that frequently undocumented folks, until we had the DREAM Act and until we had AB 540, Long Beach lost this talent because none of them could afford to go on to college, or they don't get scholarships, and so they're penalized. These are children frequently that did not know that they're not documented. They came, or they came to the United States when they were a very young age, and they believe this has been their only home. And so then they learn that they can't go, until the DREAM Act, until they could not afford to go on to college, or they were not allowed to enter certain schools.
John from Sebring, Florida, explains how immigration has a negative effect on our economy.
How you doing this morning? I got a couple things here.
Sure.
First, I call him a dictator, signed this executive order. Now us Americans is without a country and run by illegal aliens. And they've never worked. They work under the table. They work on 1099s, and they go to Mexico and never pay their taxes. They've worked on stolen Social Security numbers, and I know because they stole mine. And they're going to destroy our Medicare and our Social Security system.
Chris from Fort Jeff, Florida, explains how immigration has a positive impact on our economy.
I see, a lot of people think that all the immigration, they're all Mexicans. They're not all Mexicans. They're coming from all over the world. Because I just had a garage door put in. They were all Irish that came in. Nice people, hardworking. These guys are doing jobs that nobody wants to do. All they want to, but they want to complain. These guys are hardworking people. You got to give them a break. We all need breaks. Everybody in this country need a break. You can't just, say no good for this guy, no good for that guy. We got to have a heart.
On November 20th, 2014, President Obama declared executive action regarding immigration reform. His plan allowed about 5 million undocumented immigrants temporary residency in the United States and focused on deporting felons, not families. The plan also holds undocumented immigrants accountable by requiring them to pay taxes.
Immigration reform is a complex issue. We agree with President Obama's plan on immigration reform. We believe if we bring undocumented immigrants out of the shadows and give them temporary residency in the United States, they will become a positive influence on American society.